Hi friends, welcome to Non-Functional Club. In the last two sessions, we have seen information about Battery Historian tool. We have seen how we can launch Battery Historian in our machine's browser, how we can import the image of Battery Historian, and how we can use Battery Historian using Docker Toolbox. So for today, we'll be analyzing the Battery Historian logs through the Battery Historian reports page in the web browser, and we will even see the pointers to avoid the high battery usage of our particular application, what all optimization points can we use, and ask dev team to prepare the application in such a way that it won't be using much of the battery. So let's start. Let us discuss the basic components of the report. So starting with, this is the zip file which we have imported to get the battery historian report. Then through the logs, battery historian will fetch which is the device or what is the device model for which the logs are fetched. It will even give us the Android ID and the build. So these are basic information which is fetched from the log. Also we'll get few errors and warnings which are again fetched from the log itself. So currently let us focus on the battery historian report. So first first we will be displayed with the log and then the chart on which the particular battery historian report resides. So if you are aware from the previous session, we had taken our logs or we had started our logs from 100%. So here if you see the battery percentage level is displayed. So 100 is the maximum and you can see it is displayed to 0. So we had started collection of battery historian logs from 100% and we had taken the logs at 40%. So this is particularly the black line is displaying our battery degradation and when our phone was into discharging state and we were using the applications. So in the left side vertical axis, you will be able to see all the processes which are mapped up. And with the processes, you will see there is a line which is indicating when that process was active. So if you see primary first process is your CPU running process. So our CPU was active for this particular time. Also, the log capture time is present here. So it is from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. So this will particularly give that at that particular moment, what all processes were active when CPU was running and the timestamp for it. So if you see in the below tabular chart, all those things are present. The CPU running, the number of times the CPU was run, the total duration in milliseconds for which the CPU was running state, and the timestamps. So this is a particularly important information for all the CPU running events. Next, what we have is app processor wake up time. So again, as per our apps, if you see here at this particular time, com.google.android.youtube was running or was in wake up state. That means we were using the application. Then here Facebook was into running state. So in this way, we can check all the inline processes for our particular battery usage. Also, if you want to add a particular matrix which you feel is missing, you can select from here, like showing the battery charging status. So that would be added here. And we can check the particular graph of that particular event. So if you see our event of battery charging is, it is showing that the battery was in discharging state or in not charging state because we were not charging the battery at the time when we were using the applications. Similarly, if you want a particular matrix to be added, you can add it from here. Next is we can even check the graph in terms of, firstly we have seen in terms of battery level. If you want to remove it, we can just press on the cross button, and if you see, the battery graph has been removed. Next, if you want to add certain things like brightness, if you want to check when your phone was active or when the brightness was high or low, you can add here. If I remove this, if you want to add any other metrics, say you want to check the charging status. So again, if you see here, it is full, it was in charging state, then discharging, then not charging. So this is the particular graph level. Again, these pointers are not that important in your particular log usage. So if you see this one, mobile network type, so here if you see, our mobile network type was LTE. So say 4G was present, and with mobile network type and the mobile signal strength. So here our signal was strong enough, and the mobile signal strength was strong, and this has been fetched from the log itself. So in this way, if you want to check with particular more scenarios, you can definitely check. This is the temperature level. So it is showing the temperature of the device or the battery at a particular moment. So this is particular usage. Mainly we'll be focusing on battery again. So let's scroll down to check more analysis of the battery historian report. So if you see here, this is overall display of the battery which we are using, and the overall discharge percentage or overall rate of the whole battery logs which we have imported in the battery historian report. So here if you see, first we are getting metrics that is of screen discharge rate. So our screen was into discharge rate of 13%. When screen was off, the battery was discharged to 13%, and when the screen was on, the discharge rate was 47%. So again, if you combine this 47 plus 13, you will be getting an average of 60%, which we have used our battery for 100 to 40. That is, we have discharged our battery for 60%. So if you see, out of that 60%, for 13%, our screen was in off state, and when screen was on, our battery has been discharged for 47%. Then again, on the similar line, it will give you the screen on time was for 3 hours and 58 minutes, and the screen off uptime was only for 51 minutes. So this is the kind of activities, or this is the kind of metrics which will be present. This is again overall display or overall usage of our particular battery on the phone. Again, it will give you Wi-Fi time, Wi-Fi ideal time. So the battery historian logs will actually collect each and every aspect of mobile in terms of its usage. So performance into a very high and broader level would be mapped when we are actually considering battery historian report. Now, if we see, if you want to check the device power estimates, so if you click here, this is your aggregate check-in list, which we just checked. In the left side, if you see, you have tabular format of system stats. So first one was aggregate check-in stats, which we just checked. Next one is your user space wake logs, like what user space wake logs are. So it will be showing you all, like say your top four applications with their package name, their user ID, and the duration for which they were active. So here there will be a list of all the applications showing this particular graph and their duration when they were active, like their wake logs. Next is your the sync manager. There are application on our device which are going to sync in a timely manner. Like say your Gmail application will be syncing for the in like inbox mails, or the mails which it wants to present, or the contacts it wants to take up. Then the Twitter will be fetching in all the records for notifications. Similarly, there would be many jobs which are running on the device at the time of when we were collecting the logs. So that is here. Then the CPU usage in terms of the applications which were actually using the CPU is present here. So this is your top five. This is we can sort it in terms of ranking. The top five we can sort it in terms of name. For each and every graph, we can go ahead and you can sort it out in terms of ranking and name. So here all the top five usage will be displayed first. Again, if you want to check according to mobile radio activity, that is according to the mobile data, which all applications were active or which all applications were using your mobile data, you can check it from here. Then the mobile traffic, ingoing and outgoing traffic in terms of, if you see here total MBs used in terms of the mobile traffic will be present here. And similarly for Wi-Fi, it will be present here. So this is all about Wi-Fi as we had checked for mobile in the above graph. So here if you see major usages of YouTube, that is of like 1333 MBs. The next one is Facebook, and similarly the other stuff is present. So each and every mapping in terms of application you will get here in the overall stats report. Similarly, there are few more scenarios present that you can just go ahead with the system stats. Let's focus on the actual usage of your application. Say you want to check for your own application what all data or what all stats are present for your usage of battery for say 60% which we have used. So suppose we'll consider Facebook application here. So we just have to click. If you see there is app selection section here. So they have given sort apps by. So you can sort the application using name, the device power estimate. So we'll go with name first, and here we'll click for Facebook. So if you see I am getting Facebook in the list here. I'll just click on it, and once I click on it, all the system stat usage in terms of Facebook will be displayed here. So previously we were getting this system apps or system stats. Now I need app stats. For app stats, I have selected Facebook, which is present here. Sometimes the application is combined with another application, but just ignore that. Whenever we are testing a particular application in our companies, or when we are focused on a particular application, we will be aware of the package name. So from here you should be searching for the package name, and then here you will be getting stats with respect to that application. So let's see how these stats are actually displayed and what all information we can gather from this particular stats. So here if you see, once I've selected the application, I have listed down with the application package name, then the user ID of that particular application. This is the main part. We are getting device estimated power use. That is 1.70% out of the overall usage. Okay, so say 60% was used. Out of that, only 1.70% was used by Facebook. Then my application was in foreground for like 18 times. That is, it will again give you the count and the time for which it was present. So here for 1 hour and 43 seconds it was present. Then for this particular timestamp, what is the CPU which my application is used for how much time? So the overall stat is the CPU user time was 25 minutes and 17 seconds, and the CPU system time, that is the CPU which is utilized at the system level, was just 6 minutes and say 9 seconds. So, and the device estimated power usage due to CPU usage was 0%. So because of the CPU usage, there was no device estimation. Rest is because maybe 1.70% was used due to the wake locks and other alarms that we'll check. So how many times the application was wake up? So what is wake up? Wake up is a concept in which suppose the application want to sync and it is in ideal state, as in you're not using the application. So what will happen? There is a mechanism in the application wherein the app will automatically start certain processes. It will wake up and it will do the syncing mechanism, and it will fetch the data and it will display it to you if necessary. Like say in case of Facebook or Gmail, we will be popped up with notifications. There is certain friend request, there is certain event which is going on, or there is certain email which you have got into inbox folder that would be displayed in the form of notification. So that is done using wake up. So if your particular application which is under test is having wake up alarms, you can check it here. If the number is huge compared to the time duration in which you are testing the application, you should raise an alarm because that is not good for the application or the battery usage because of your application. So audio is again another concept which we can ignore. Then let's focus on other stuff. So contained app. Now, in a particular application also, we may have specific applications present. So here we'll be focusing only on Facebook. So the Facebook package ID would be com.facebook.katana and version code is present and the version name. So which version of that particular application was present for which we have fetched these logs for. So that is details are present here. Now we'll focus on the network information. As we have seen in the above graph, we have been given with the battery utilization stuff. Here you will be getting details about the actual network which was utilized. Obviously, your battery would be degraded in two pointers that are main pointers, that is your usage of the CPU, that is all the processes which are running, and second would be the data which is coming and going, like to and fro data usage from your mobile through that particular application. So here if we see for particular Facebook application, obviously my mobile data was not on, or it was on, but my mobile data was not fetching data because my Wi-Fi was on all the time. So if you see here, mobile data transfer is 0, but my Wi-Fi data transferred, it is showing 592 MBs, and out of which 485 MB was received and 6.85 MB was transmitted, that is sent. Now this data, out of this particular data, my Wi-Fi data which was transferred in background, like I said, the application usually wakes up in the background when we are not using it to sync the data. So when my application was open in the background, at that time it has used around 2.52 MB of data, out of which again 2.15 MB was received and 382 KB was transmitted, that is sent. So again, this, if your particular application is displaying all this stuff like the data which is received and sent in terms of say mobile or Wi-Fi, so you can particularly raise an alarm if you see the data usage is high in number. Again, Facebook being a social application, we can ignore the data transmitted or received because we use it regularly. But the applications which are under test, if the depending on the generation of that application or genre of that application or type of that application, if that application is a social media application, we will have to set a threshold for that particular application under use, that how much data it may be using. If that threshold is limit is getting crossed, you can raise an alarm to developers saying that this is not the optimal usage of application, and that can be mitigated. Again, if we see the Wi-Fi packets which are transferred, so the same data which has been transferred, so this data it is showing in terms of packets being transferred. So this is the particular packet transfer count rate. Majorly, we won't be focusing upon the packets because this is easily understandable concept in terms of MB or GB of data used. And packets again, if you want data in terms of packet, that is also present here. So when your Wi-Fi was active, how many times the application was waking up, that particular count is displayed here, and the Wi-Fi transfer time, so that is particularly present here. Let's focus on another major point, that is wake logs. So as we discussed, wake logs are the services which are running in background or foreground at the time of using the application or non-using of the application. So major pointers to be focusing here is the service which is using the wake logs and the time for which that service are active. So say I am using my application for 3 hours, and in 3 hours I am getting thousand of partial counts in which my application was actually waking up. So that particular count would be dangerous for our application, and it will be using large number of battery. So we should be avoiding that. Here we will be getting displayed with all the services which were running in terms of wake lock name. So you can definitely raise this if you feel the count is huge. So here if I see my alarm state for particular Facebook is using partial count of 47. So if we just discuss it in terms of with respect to threshold for a particular time duration, if 47 count is huge, or if discussed with developers, if they feel that in the code they have not set it in terms of it should be displayed for so much way ahead of the time limit, then they can particularly fix this or optimize this for this particular alarm. So our battery historian would be giving us detailed report of all the wake lock names which are present here and how the data is being fetched. So Facebook is using analytics service. So that is present here. That was for say 11 times it was like wake locked. Then next it is using say conditional worker type of processes there. Then registration process is there. So similarly, what all processes are present, that all processes or services will be present here. And what that services using the wake lock alarm at what particular limit of time that would be present here. So again, if you feel this is huge, you can report it. Next, we have similar to wake up alarm info. So these are wake up services which are used, and these are wake up alarms. So actual alarms in terms of Facebook application considering these are particular alarms which are used. So again, these services can be given to developers, and these alarms would be very accountable in terms of the battery usage. So here if you see my this particular action alarm have been executed 27 times, then the MQ light alarm has been executed 12 times. So for my particular duration of logs collection, this is the count which I am getting. If for your particular application you feel there are few wake up alarms which are getting executed multiple number of times and it is not actually required, so it has been missed by the developer, he has forgotten to stop that particular alarm count, so we can fetch it from here, we can raise it, and that may get fixed in terms of optimizing the alarm. So when next time you compare the battery logs, you won't be getting it for this particular huge count. Next we'll see services. So again, as we have seen the alarm state, next is services. So what all services are being used, and this particular services, how many times it has been launched. So if we see here how many times it has been started and how many times it has been launched. So if you see here the MQTT service for Facebook has been started 7 times. It has been using most number of say time of that particular application, and it has been launched 2 times. So second service we have upload service. So Facebook generally uploads content. So that service has been launched 119 times. So similarly for your particular application, if you feel there are few services which are running or getting launched multiple number of times and the service is getting active or is being active for a long time duration, then it should be raised. There are few parameters in which, say for your application, if you are doing some action, so say your opening camera application, you have clicked a pic and you have closed the application. So once you close the application, that particular service of camera should get closed. In few cases, closing the service is not handled by developers. So that particular application service would remain active in the background and it will be utilizing the battery of our application or of our device. So that can be targeted from the service name logs or service name table here. Again, process info, like all these services, wake up alarms, for this particular stuff, how much time was our application active in the foreground and in the background, we can get it here. So out of this, say our Facebook Katana, which the package name is, that user time or active time was 20 minutes. Then for system active time, it was 4 minutes. And in the foreground, it was for 23 minutes. So this is the particular usage graph of this particular Facebook application and in terms of processes which it has been using. So this particular first process has been started 2 times. This second process has been again getting started 2 times, and this is the number of time it was active. So again, in terms of processes, if you feel your application is starting multiple number of times, so that can also be reported, and the time duration also can be noted. That process should be active only for a particular timestamp at which the application was in using state, or it was fetching data or providing data to the server. Then if you go to scheduled job, so here again, what all jobs are scheduled into say a particular application. In our case, it is Facebook. So what all job names are scheduled, and what is the total time for which it was up, and the count for which it was up. Like a particular service can raise its alarm, it will get open, it will get close, it will get open, it will get close. So in that case, in the opening and shut mechanism, in that the count will be raised in our battery stat logs, and that count is present here. Then the sensor usage, as in terms of what all sensor our particular application is using. So very detailed graph in terms of say scheduled jobs or the sensor usage is present here. If your particular application is using camera, so flashlight, camera, GPS, or location tracking, so all those sensor usage will be present here. So my accelerometer was been in use for 54 minutes, and the count is present here. So accordingly, we can check for our particular application for what amount of time it was active, how much data it has utilized, what all are the wake logs, then wake up alarm logs, then the services which our application is using, the processes which it is using, the scheduled jobs, and your sensor usage. So very detailed formulation of particular application or battery usage is present here, and this can definitely be useful for performance testing of our battery and network of the application. So that's all about battery historian tool. In the upcoming session, we will be discussing upon MobSF, that is Mobile Security Framework. It is a security tool for analyzing mobile applications. Hope this session was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.